So this is the Adidas Tactical Lexicon ADV here. This is my beautiful assistant, Jimbo. He'll be helping today. He did not ride these boots.
I did not.
But he's here to help me hold all the stuff. I have, of course, had to compare them with my good old trusty Adidas Tactical ADVs. These basically are similar to the Adidas Tactical ADV. They have the same great energy boost footbed, same tread, you know, same spine, same general design. You can even see the shell starts to kind of look the same here, or similar, but the articulation ends right here. You do get a gold liner, gold level liner, their best liner, where this has a silver level liner. So you get a better liner, but you lose a little ankle articulation and possibly a little more flex longevity, but you still have a great traditional lace Adidas boot. And the Tactical ADV is my personal, hands down my personal favorite when it comes to Adidas boots. And a good ride favorite amongst our crew. Almost everybody's riding one. If you're not riding like 100 days a year like I am, and you're just looking to ride 20 or 30 and you want a better liner, this is gonna hold up for years and do a good job. Now, the lacing system is traditional lace. This lacing system, I love the adjustability. I love that you can tie these up, you know, do a couple.
You can leave this, yeah, you could do a certain tightness for the top of your foot.
Yeah, you could do a double twist. Could you be a lovely assistant? Yeah. Keep that tight there.
Creates
it's
friction,
keep this.
Keeps that from, yeah.
And then you've got the upper. What I even did today is they were so stiff, I wanted to get it a little more like apples to apples with my Adidas Tactical that have many a day on them. I only laced up to, laced all the way up to the top, and then only laced up that way, so it had a little more flex, a little more freedom. It was dialed back the response a little bit, so it didn't feel as twitchy first day. But then you can go ahead and adjust, do the same thing, adjust however you want as you go up. And that's what I love about traditional lace. And yeah, they get in the way sometimes. They're kind of hard.
Lace is the best.
It is. It's so nice to go back to it after all that like speed lace and boa for all these years that I've been sampling and trying. It's so nice to go to traditional lace. It just takes a touch longer to get ready, but man, you can really dial it out. You know, this fit, same as my Tactical ADVs. These are 8.5s. They fit me perfect. I'm a true size 9 on the Brannick scale. I'm a D.5, almost a D bordering on E. And so I have a bit of a wider foot, and I found that Adidas with, you know, this like neoprene here on the side, and just the overall width of this boot is great for people with wider feet. It's wider than some boots that are actually made for wide feet. But yet, if you're narrow like Jimbo or Peter, it fits really well too. So, you know, I love the width. You're what, a B?
No.
You're a B or
Tell
a
me,
C?
gentle reader.
I think when we measured you last night, I think you were a C. He's an 11.5 C, and he fits perfectly in an 11.
Yeah, the 11's my jam.
And then Grant's an 11, and he fits perfectly in a 10.5. In terms of the comfort, this is just a very comfortable boot day one for me, but I'm used to Adidas. For some, on the forward flex, there can be some pressure along the top of the foot from here to here, depending on who you are. Sometimes you beat the boot and it conforms to your foot. Sometimes the boot beats you. So some people have been really unhappy with Adidas. Some have been in love with it. I've personally been in love with it, but yeah, and it fits me well. But the older models, it seems like they're just maybe subtly tweaking it, not telling us about it, but it's just fitting a little better. These are some of the most heat moldable, customizable liners. Heel hold, pretty good. I mean, you can see in here, there's some pretty aggressive J-bars that are inside here that I felt like held my heel in pretty well. and I didn't have any heel rise. But if you're somebody who gets, who's really worried about that, yeah, you might be into more of a focus boa system where you get that overlap. But even with this traditional lacing, I thought it did a good job, and I've never had any real heel
You're still
hole.
getting heel lift. Consider relaxing the ankles slightly more and riding on your whole foot instead of pushing your toes into the snow.
Thank you. So, work on that, but a lot of people can't do that. They're like, I'm probably gonna skid my turns for the rest of my life. That's because I ride 10 days a year, right? 15 days a year. But the flex and response, this is a very responsive boot from day one. Good flex, medium stiff to bordering on stiff flex. I think it's gonna break down a little quicker than my standard Tactical ADV, but you've got this, nicer liner. Shock absorption, man, this energy boost. There's nothing better in the industry. I have not found anything better.
It's in their running shoes too.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm using,
athletic wear,
I use these at home and around, these are my...
Oh, what do you know?
I just feel like it's preserving the life of my joints longer. If you're 21 and you want to ride till you're 70, you might want to get something like this, because the butter drips slowly off the popcorn year over year. And to have this kind of shock absorption, I wish I had this when I was younger. And if you have bad knees, or if you have bad ankles, or bad hips like myself, these boots, this shock absorption is just amazing. Yes, there's a little less feeling integration with the board. A lot of companies like those very reduced soles, so you get that, that real integration with the board. But I feel like this energy boost does give some spring out of it.
You can take your finger and push and feel it give.
Yeah, it's got a nice return, edge to edge. Traction, very good traction on the bottom with this rubber. It stays soft in really cold weather and still has good traction. I don't think it's the best in terms of integrity here. You can see how it flexes differently in different places. And sometimes when I'm on certain bindings like nows or something like that, I can feel some extra pressure from things on the now binding. But on most bindings like my Union Atlas or anything like that, I don't mind it. And I love that extra shock absorption, so it's worth it to me. And the on and off ease, it's not that fast on and off. You got some Velcro in the liner. It's traditional lace, but it's funny though, hanging out with your friends with BOA and you have traditional lace, you think it's gonna be this like, hang on guys, just wait for me, but we're all ready at about the same time.
Yeah, it usually pans out.
Yeah, so there you have it. That's the Adidas Tactical Lexicon. It's good to have a traditional lace out there in the line. Now Adidas, why don't you just make some women's boots? Make Steph, our women's editor, happy. Give her a good traditional lace boot that she can,
sink
she
her
can
teeth
enjoy.
into.
Yeah.
I think these are hilarious. I think a basketball fan designed these.
For sure.
Because you got your Laker.
Oh yeah,
you got your
purple,
Laker
yellow,
colors over
black,
here,
gold,
and
yeah.
And your Celtics
Oh my gosh.
colors over here.
A team of rivals. It's like Magic
like
and
it.
Bird.
I know, I kind of like it.